Hi, welcome back. I'm Jill with the Carefree Kitchen, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this really easy guacamole dip. There's only a few ingredients, but the flavor is amazing. And I'll show you a few tips and tricks along the way that'll make it even easier. Before we get started, be sure to like and subscribe and follow me here, and I'll show you all kinds of fun and easy recipes that your family will love. Okay, so here are my ingredients for the guacamole. We've got 3 avocados here, and this one is a real big daddy, but you can use like another one if you want to do more. Anyways, just about 3 or 4 avocados. And then I've got a couple Roma tomatoes here, and I like using Roma because they're a little more stiff and hold up in the dip a little bit better. And then I'm going to use the juice of lime, and I've got some Himalayan pink salt here and some minced garlic. You can use fresh or the jarred kind, and I'll show you kind of an easy trick with that. And then I also have some cayenne pepper that I'm going to be using. And then the last thing is a red onion, and we're going to be using about a half a cup of that. Okay, so for the red onion, I just like to cut it in half. Cut the top off, cut the bottom off, and then just peel off the outer layer here. And then I'm gonna dice this pretty finely. Little chunks this way, and then I'll just turn it and do now just my avocados. I'm going to cut these. The best part, this maybe has a little bit that is overripe there, and we'll just cut around that. Just slice away. This avocado is just a little bit more firm than the other one, so I'm just gonna score it here real quick, and then it will mash up a lot easier. There we go. Perfect. All right, and then a little trick that I like to do with the garlic is I like to just put it on the cutting board here. Put about a teaspoon of garlic, and then about a teaspoon of salt. And if you just use the edge of your knife and just create more of like a paste with that, it'll be a little bit softer in your guacamole, and you won't get like big chunks of garlic. This works really good for roasted vegetables too, if you want to put some fresh garlic on there. And then we'll just put this right into there. This is just a little bit of cayenne pepper, and you can actually use any kind of hot sauce for this, but it just adds a little bit more dimension. Just throwing stuff all over. It adds a little bit more dimension when there's like just a little bit of spicy. Okay, and now for the best part is limes. Fresh limes and guacamole is so good. And this calls for the juice of 1 lime. So like a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons. I like to just put it in here. Gotta get my muscles out here. Just squeeze it on there. And then we'll mix it up and see if it needs a little bit more lime. Okay. And now, one last ingredient, my Roma tomatoes. And I like using Roma because they're just a little bit more dense than a normal tomato. There we go. Now it's time to mix it up. And as I mix this, I'm gonna just mash up my avocados a little bit. So yummy, get all those flavors combined. So funny story, I was mixing up this guacamole and I thought, shoot, I forgot something. And it's the cilantro. Of course, you have to have cilantro in your guacamole. So I've got my cilantro here now, and I think it takes probably about 1/3 of a cup, give or take. But this will really kick up your guacamole another notch. Just dice this up kind of finely here. I don't know how I forgot this, but the important thing is I remembered it in the end. All right, here we go. Okay, now we've got awesome guacamole. Okay, so one thing that my daughter is filming me here, and she just said, that's not my kind of guacamole, and you're right. Kids don't like chunks. So you can also blend this up in your food processor, and it blends up beautifully, and your kids won't even know that there's all those vegetables in there. So This is a great recipe, blend it up for kids so that they have like a smooth dip on their chip. All right guys, here is my recipe for amazing guacamole. It has red onions and garlic and lime juice, tons of lime juice, and cilantro too. Don't forget the cilantro. We love to have this on nachos or on quesadillas or even just with chips and salsa. This guacamole is a hit at any party or barbecue or family gathering. We love to serve it on Taco Tuesday or anytime we're having any kind of a Mexican dish. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode at the Carefree Kitchen. Be sure to like and subscribe and follow me on social media, and I'll show you all kinds of fun and easy ways you can feed your family. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!